to wave at us. Not allowed to demonstrate that one. Use your imagination. Always fun. Welcome to the tour this evening, everyone. We are going to be doing what we call our City and Lakes tour. So we're going to head out to see our beautiful lake we have here in the centre of the city. Once we've done that, we're going to make our way out to see 2 more of our beautiful lakes. So a grand total of 3 lakes here today.
Oh,
we're
yeah,
driving through beautiful government gardens. So has anyone had a chance to go for a walk through the gardens? Yeah, very good. Did you like it? Beautiful, isn't it? Lots of gardens everywhere. We've also got that beautiful building that I'm just ignoring to our right hand side. Don't worry about that building, I'll come back round to it in just a minute. But I can tell you about this building out to our right hand side at the moment. This building is the Energy Event Centre. Yes. I know this because they wrote it on the top. We have things like netball games, basketball games, conferences, my birthday parties, you name it. If it's popular in town, it's going to happen right here. Pretty great building. Yeah. But I would just like to see a very quick show of hands. How many of you on board today are visiting from out of town? Who's from out of town? Oh yes, oh good, quite a few of you. Alright, and alright, so how many of you have been travelling through the city and blaming the smell on someone else? Oh, that's fair. I blame my dog all the time. But what you really need to do is you need to blame the lake. So out here to our right hand side, we have Lake Rotorua. And the bay that's next to us is known as Sulphur Bay. Now Sulphur Bay has a lot of geothermal activity going on around it, in the form of steam vents mainly. Now these steam vents have steam coming out of them, and that steam contains hydrogen sulfide and sulfur dioxide. With all of that sulfur getting pumped up into the air, that is the smell that you pick up as we travel through the city. So pretty unique little part. However, we're going to make our way to the end of Sulphur Bay, and we'll end up at one of my personal favourite spots around the lake. It's known as Sulphur Point, and we will get a panoramic view out across this lake. But don't get too excited. We won't be going on to this lake. Unfortunately, it does have an aquatic weed problem. So one of these weeds are known as hornwort. What we don't want to be doing is picking those weeds up onto the running gears of our duck and then transferring them into other lakes. So in order to avoid the spread of those weeds, we actually chose not to head out here. So we will pull up though and have a nice little look out across it. Oh, it's quite rough out there too now.
Oh!
Are you going?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Beautiful. I wouldn't want to go out there in those waves anyway. So, here we go. This is Lake Rotorua. It is the largest lake in our district. It's just over 40 kilometres in circumference. Yeah, and despite its very large size, it only has an average depth of 10 metres. Yeah, so really unusual for a lake of its size. But we do have an island right there in the centre of the lake. That island is known as Makoia. It is a fantastic wildlife refuge. They went over there and removed every single pest, 100% pest free. So then they took the weka over there to live. Yeah, the weka ended up doing so well, they had to move them back off the island. So now they're living out in the forest, and well, they're living quite well out there too. If you're driving along and you see what you think is a brown chicken run across the road, it was probably a weka. Yeah. At the moment though, on the island we do have the North Island brown kiwi. About 30 individuals live out there. We've also got the North Island brown robin, the North Island saddleback, and the stitchbird. All of these are endemic birds. They're doing very well for themselves out on the island, so it's a very cool place for them. We do, however, have a bird sanctuary right next to us. So we have a large number of bird life hanging out here too. If you see these little black ducks floating around in the water here, these are called papango, also known as a black teal. They are our only native duck that has the ability to dive under the water. Yeah, if anyone's been looking for a shag, there's some sitting up in the tree there. You see them up those big black and white birds. They're known as pied cormorants or pied shags. These particular ones are little shags. You can also get big shags and black shags. Why am I getting a call from the other driver? He probably thinks I'm not on tour yet. Shall I answer it? Hold on. I'll see what he wants. Oh no, he didn't get me. Maybe it's duck. We don't have a real handbrake. That's for, you know, safety and stuff. We don't do that here. As long as it wasn't anything important. Now, oh look, there's some geese. They're called common geese. That's not me being mean to them, that's their name, they're common geese. Out there you'll see an island with birds perched on it. Yes, it's called Bird Perch Island. A beautiful little spot. The birds love it anyway. I wouldn't really recommend anything else. It's not really going to be great because the water that's here, if you can see the water, has kind of a really unusual milkiness to it, and that milkiness is from the geothermal activity. So we actually have some geothermal vents in the lake bed here, and they're pumping out sulphur into the water. Now that sulphur is creating a really unique environment. It creates a very low oxygen level in the water, just in the bay here.